Hey guys, Keto Coach Neil here, and let's talk today real quick about your readiness to change, your coachability, and theory versus reality when it comes to making changes in your life. A lot of times, things can sound great and noble and wonderful in theory, but when you go to put them into practice and the reality sets in, it can be a little different. You make a decision on Monday, but by Wednesday, when the emotion of that decision is gone and you're just left with the decision, sometimes that you don't have enough motivation. So that's you'll hear a lot of people saying you have to understand your why. Why are you doing this? I had an interview a few weeks ago with Coach Bronson Dant, and his whole talk was about, does your why make you cry? Is it something that is that personal? And how do you know what that is? And how do you know when you found it? When you cry, when you get emotional, when it's something that comes from the inside, it's not, I want to look good in front of a mirror. I want to look good for the gals, for the guys, or whomever. I want to impress my spouse. I want to impress. When it comes to who you are, that's when it's going to be important, and it'll help push you along even when you don't want to. When the going gets tough and you get going. So let's talk about the theory, the reality, and what can you do to kind of make the disconnect so it doesn't disconnect. A coachability assessment. Here's just a few questions to ask yourself. You've come to a PhD. Maybe you're a part of a forum somewhere or several, and you're like, I hear all this stuff and it's really good, and I want that. I want what they have. And you're like, okay, great. How do you know if you've got what it takes? You're in the right place in your life right now. Am I open-minded about learning new ways of eating, moving, and living? And rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is, I don't know that I'm ready. I wish I was, but I'm not sure that I'm ready or not. 5, kind of halfway, is, I think so. I think so. And 10 is, yes, absolutely. Why are you even asking me? Let's move on. Let's get on to this thing. So number 1, am I open-minded about learning new ways of eating, moving, and living? Number 2, can I commit to changes that feel uncomfortable, unusual, or inconvenient? So if something's unusual, it's uncomfortable, it's inconvenient, it's not conventional wisdom, am I still willing to go through it to get to the other side? When the emotion of that decision is not there and something's uncomfortable, will I go through? Scale of 1 to 10. Rate yourself. Number 3, I'll communicate and negotiate with my coach as an equal partner and feel confident in asking for those things that I need. So if you have gaps in your understanding, you're not sure how something works, do you have someone you can feel confident with going to and saying, hey, I don't get it. I don't get this part or that part. Help me help it make sense. Scale of 1 to 10. I don't know that I'm ready to trust somebody like that. I'd like to be ready to trust somebody that maybe I am. Or yes, absolutely, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Number 4, I have a high level of self-awareness. Rate yourself. Are you, I don't pay attention to my surroundings. Oh, I'm Captain Oblivious. 5 would be, okay, I'm kind of aware. And then 10 is you're hyper aware of everything that's going on around you and inside you and in your thinking. You're hyper aware. Number 5, I'll keep my word to my coach and to myself, even when the going gets tough, even when I have to talk to my coach and say something like, I didn't fall off the wagon. I voluntarily leapt off the wagon when it came to my exercise this week or my eating or my stress. I let it get out of control. And you fess up, you man up, you woman up, and you tell your coach the truth, as good or bad as it is, warts and all, what's the truth, and then be willing to have that equal partnership and trust to be able to talk to that person and receive what they give back. So are you willing to keep your word to your coach? Rate yourself 1 to 10. Where do you fall? Number 6, I understand that health coaching is an investment in myself. And I'm not going to suffer over the cost of something. You know, it might cost you a few dollars to get onto certain forums. It might cost you, you know, several $100s to get into a short-term challenge. It might cost you more than that to get into a long-term coaching relationship with someone who will be honest with you and you with them. But if you understand that it's an investment in yourself and your family, your immediate family, your extended family, your circle of influence, understand that that's what's going to really make the difference. Is, are you willing to make that investment for yourself and then thereby other people? So just a few things that you can think about, some questions to rate yourself. Am I ready? Am I really ready to take the plunge? I want to be, and I'm emotional and I'm charged up about it right now. But am I really ready? Rate yourself 1 to 10. A couple of things you can think about that a lot of coaches might ask you. What are your short-term goals? Your 3-month goals, your 6-month goals, your 12-month goals? Where do you want to be a year from now? What are some of your long-term life goals? You know, where do you want to be in 10 years, 15, 20 years? What do you want? You know, if you could take a piece of paper and write at the top, my life, and design your life. How do you want it to look? How do you want to look? How do you want to feel? How do you see that playing out? Understanding what motivates you. What are the things that really, you know, will get you charged up, where you don't have to have an outside influence kind of, you know, fanning the flame. Can do that to yourself. What is it that makes you get out of bed in the morning? You know, for some people it's your family. Some people, you know, it's your spouse. Some people it's a cause or something that's bigger than yourself. Whatever it is, find that for yourself. Does your why make you cry? Find out what that why is. What is it that motivates you? What are some things that are important to you and that you would consider to be an integral component of that healthy lifestyle? You know, is it just the food? Is it activity? Is it, you know, how many times you go to the gym? I don't know. You have to figure out what, as you're designing life, what does that look like for you? What types of exercises do you enjoy versus what do you not enjoy? And why is that important? Because I heard Dr. Ben Bickman say this: the best exercise is the one that you'll do consistently, the one that you'll do. You know, everyone hates leg day. Well, guess what? If there's things that you don't like, you do them anyway because they become inconvenient because you know they're going to be good for you. But if you love playing tennis, okay, do leg day, and then tomorrow go play tennis with your friend and then go have some fun. You know, look at things like, you know, am I really willing to commit? Am I really ready for this? You have to look at what diets have you had in the past? What methodologies have you had to try to get healthy? What does that mean? What has that meant in the past, and what does it mean to you now to be healthy, eat healthy, healthy activity? And examine those things. What's worked in the past, maybe, and what hasn't worked. If it has worked for you in the past, I've had certain things that I would do and say, hey, I got some results. Then why did they end? So look back on that and see, okay, so if we modify this with a coach's help, how can we shift this around to where we get some long-term lasting results, even if it's uncomfortable and inconvenient and not conventional? And be honest and have honest conversations with your coach, with a coach. You know, and the last thing is, what are you really willing to do, to give up to get what you want? You know, is that donut or that Twinkie or that ho-ho or that pizza, are you going to let that hold you back from the lifestyle that you want, from the healthy lifestyle that you want? You know, sometimes in the immediate, it's going to hurt. And, you know, they say, embrace the suck, because I want some pizza. But guess what? I also know that that's not going to be good for me. Well, if you could just have it once every now and then, okay, then you can start to continue to make excuses. And guess what? You will eventually be back where you were to start with. How do I know? Because I've done that many times. And when I had to finally look at the dude in the mirror and say, you need to stop making excuses. You need to just do what you say. What was that other question? Are you willing to be honest with yourself and your coach? Are you be honest with yourself? If I know that pizza and then the crust and the dough, it's not going to be good for me, then guess what? I need to just get it out of my thinking. And here's the last question to really ask yourself. Continually ask yourself this every now and then, just to keep track. In this particular area of my life, and there's different areas, am I an abstainer or am I a moderator? Can I figure, hey, I can be around pizza and I'm not going to succumb to the evil. I'm not going to be tempted. I'm not going to, have that 1 to 3 to 8 slices. Or do I need to abstain and just, nope, I can't even be around it because I know me. And so if there's a pizza party, I'll eat before I go. And then that way I'm not even, there's no way I can't. I didn't come here for the food anyway. I came here for the company. So figure out and continually ask yourself in different areas of your life, am I an abstainer or am I a moderator? And be truthful. Things like, I like to hit the gym and I like to do bench presses. Well, are you chronically doing that, not giving yourself enough rest? Do you need to maybe find something different and change that up? Because I can't moderate my fitness routine at the moment. I need to have somebody help me with that, abstain from certain things that are hurting me, learn what a rest day is. So there's different areas of your life. So again, be honest with yourself. So assess those things. 6 simple questions of, am I really ready? I'm not sure that I'm ready. I'm pretty sure that I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. So go over that and replay this. Look at those 6 questions, and then ask yourself, am I willing to make that move? And then find someone that you can be accountable to, a friend, a coworker, a spouse, a health coach. Find somebody on this journey that you can be accountable to. Lock arms with them and make this thing happen. So guys, Keto Coach Neil here. I am excited. We will talk to you soon.